All right, let's talk about credit cards. Seriously, we're about to completely flip the script on how you see that little piece of plastic in your wallet. Forget all that stuff you've heard, that they're just pure evil or a fast track to debt. Instead, we're going to start looking at them for what they really are, a tool, a really powerful one. And it all boils down to one simple idea.
And this is it. This is the core idea for everything we're about to cover. Credit cards aren't dangerous. Ignorance is. It's so simple, right? It's not the card, it's what you don't know about the card that can get you into trouble. And that's the real battle we're going to dig into today. Knowledge versus ignorance in your financial life.
Okay, first things first. We have to tackle this really dangerous idea that a credit card is just automatically good or bad. The truth? It's neither.
Think of it like this. A credit card is just a tool. That's it, kind of like a hammer. In the hands of a pro, a hammer can build an amazing house. But that same exact hammer, if you don't know what you're doing, can smash a window. The hammer itself isn't good or bad, right? It's neutral. And your credit card is exactly the same. Its power, for better or for worse, is all about who's holding.
So, what happens when someone picks up this powerful tool without reading the instructions? Well, you end up on what we're calling the path of ignorance. And honestly, it's a path a lot of people find themselves on.
And the first big trap on this path? It's the APR, the annual percentage rate. This is the secret weapon that makes credit card debt so destructive. Basically, any money you don't pay back at the end of the month gets hit with this really high interest rate. It's the price you pay for borrowing, and man, it can get steep, fast.
Now, that crazy high APR works together with something even sneakier, the minimum payment trap. You've seen it on your statement, right? That tiny little minimum payment due? It seems helpful, doesn't it? Like, oh, I only have to pay this much. But that's the whole psychological trick. It's designed to feel easy, but its real job is to keep you in debt for as long as humanly possible. Why? So that APR we just talked about can keep racking up profits for the bank, not for you.
And if you want to see just how costly that trap is, just look at this. It's wild. Let's say you buy something for $1,000. If you pay it off right away, it costs you, well, $1,000. Simple. But if you fall into that trap and only pay the minimum each month, that same $1,000 purchase could end up costing you $1,500, maybe even more, and it'll take you years to pay it off. It's the same item, but the final price tag is totally different. The only thing that changed, whether you had the knowledge or not.
Okay, but enough of the scary stuff. Let's flip this around. It's time to talk about the other path you can take, the path of knowledge. This is where you learn how to make that same tool work for you, to actually build something great.
And you know what? The best part is, this isn't some complicated rocket science. It really just comes down to 3 super simple, non-negotiable rules. I call them the 3 pillars. Number 1, read your statement. Every single month. You gotta know where your money's going. 2, pay your balance in full. This is the golden rule, the silver bullet. It makes APR completely meaningless. And 3, always, and I mean always, pay on time. That's it. These 3 habits are the entire foundation.
And when you stick to those 3 simple rules, the payoff is absolutely huge. We're not just talking about avoiding debt here. We're talking about actively building your wealth. For instance, just by using your card for stuff you were going to buy anyway, you could earn hundreds of bucks in cash back every year. The amazing credit score you build, that could save you literally thousands in interest when you go to buy a car or a house. This isn't just some abstract idea. It's real money, real opportunities, and that amazing feeling of financial peace of mind. So there you have it, 2 paths. And they split the second you get that card. One leads down into a spiral of debt and stress. The other one? It's an upward climb toward building wealth and grabbing opportunities.
And really it all boils down to this, side by side. The person on the path of ignorance is paying a ton in high-interest debt. The person with knowledge, they're paying $0 in interest. One person is wrecking their credit score, the other is building a fantastic one. One path leads to constant financial stress, the other gets you rewards and benefits. The bottom line is this: one person is being controlled by their debt, while the other is in complete control of their financial future. The difference couldn't be clearer. And the choice? Well, that's all on you.
Which brings us to the last part, and honestly, it's the most important part of all. We've gone through the ideas, we've looked at the 2 paths. Now it's your turn. It's time to write your own manifesto.
So I want you to start seeing your credit card differently. It's not some tragedy waiting to happen. Think of it as a blank page. Seriously. Every single time you swipe it, every payment you make, you're writing a sentence in your own financial story. Is that story going to be about stress and being buried in debt? Or is it going to be a story about control and rewards and freedom? You're the one holding the pen.
So, I'm going to leave you with this one question to really chew on. After everything we've talked about, what's the #1 rule of your credit card manifesto? What's that first sentence you're going to write for yourself? Whatever you decide, just make sure it's a choice you make on purpose. Thanks for hanging out with me for this one.